You clicked on this video because you have no idea how to connect your different passions and different interests into one personal brand that actually makes sense. Whether it's fitness, lifestyle, or creativity, you like all of them. But every single time you try to post on social media, you freeze. And I've helped multiple coaches solve this exact issue. So let me tell you what's really going on. Everyone's telling you to pick one product or niche and tell you to go all in. But that advice is killing your growth because you yourself are not a product, you're a person. And until you fix this, you're gonna be overthinking every single post that you make, second guessing your content direction, and hindering your growth instead of blowing up. This is the same strategy that the biggest personal brands are using to build massive audiences while still talking about different topics. And nobody is talking about this because, well, they're gatekeeping it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first things first, this is what most people get wrong about niches. The issue with this is that most people tell you to choose one niche and to go all in on one specific topic or niche. Usually they'll say something like pick one niche and go all in, or go and dominate one niche. Now this is good if you're trying to build a product-based brand. Like for example, if you're an e-commerce brand, that would be perfect. But this type of thinking does not work for personal brands. And this is because people are three-dimensional, not one-dimensional. People have different interests, different hobbies, different beliefs. And chances are, if you're only speaking about one topic, you usually come off on the camera like you're selling yourself short. And what that's going to lead to is overthinking each piece of content that you make, which is the exact opposite of what you're trying to do if you're trying to build some sort of coaching business. One of my favorite quotes is that if you're creating for everybody, you're basically creating for nobody. So the question isn't what should I talk about? The question is who am I talking to? This ties exactly into having an ICP, an ideal customer profile. And if you want my exact ICP framework, the exact one that I use for all of my clients to nail down their ICP in just 20 minutes, DM me the word niche on Instagram and I'll give it to you for free. But here's the thing, knowing that you have to talk to a specific person instead of a topic is only half the battle. Because if you don't know who that person is, you're still going to be stuck. So let's talk about how to find the best niche or the best audience for your personal brand. Basically, you have to understand that you are the niche. Now, like I said, there are going to be people online who are like,
oh, you only have to pick one niche. You need to dominate this field.
But understand that the biggest personal brands don't do this. There's a quote by Seth Godin that goes like this: people don't buy goods and services. They buy relationships, stories, and magic. People don't buy from topics and niches. They buy from people. But just because we're building a brand based on you does not mean that you could just post whatever you want. You need to know who this brand is actually for. So without an ICP, you're just making content to appease the algorithm instead of a person, which explains why you might not be getting any clients. So this is exactly how you're going to define your ICP, so that way you can start making content for a specific avatar. First, figure out who your ICP actually is. What does their day-to-day look like? How old are they? What's their job? Next, figure out what they actually struggle with. And this doesn't only have to be what your business solves. For example, if you're a fitness coach, yes, they might have issues where they look at themselves in the mirror and don't like what they see, but another thing could be that they're disrespected by the people that they work with and they want to feel respected. And that's where your fitness program comes in. You help them build a dream body that helps them feel respected. And so that goes into the next point. What transformation do they want? Once you know that, you can pick from your interest, basically the same hobbies and stuff that you like, look at your ICP's needs and what they want, and create your content pillars. That way you're still making content that you like and that you're interested in, but it's also helping your target audience. You can talk about pretty much any topic as long as it resonates with your ICP. Now, all of this sounds good in theory, but let me give you some actual case studies that show that this strategy actually works. I want you to think about Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi is known for having one of the biggest personal brands about entrepreneurship. But if you look at his content, you will see that it's not only entrepreneurship. He's not always talking about the best funnels. He's not always talking about the best sales tactics. He's also talking about his relationship with Layla. He's giving motivation outside of entrepreneurship. And he'll even make fitness content. Shoot, he even made a vlog. Notice how it's always for entrepreneurs, but in different separate topics. Or another example, Gary Vee. He could talk about marketing, sports, NFTs, but it's always for aspiring business owners. Your favorite creators are not just talking about one topic and only one topic. They're talking about multiple different topics that resonate with the person they're trying to attract. Like I said before in the intro, your ICP ICP is a person. They have multiple interests. They have multiple hobbies. They have multiple things that they care about, not just getting a dream physique. When you speak to them about different topics, you actually resonate with them a whole lot more rather than if you're just talking about one topic. You start to build a relationship. You start to build trust. And trust is the number one thing if you want to get sales. So before you post any other video, make sure to figure out, does this actually serve my ICP? If it does, go ahead and record it and post it. If not, revise it and make it work. This will keep your brand focused and on a clear direction, but also give you creative freedom. Okay, let me be candid real quick. A lot of you will watch this entire video, nod your head and say, okay, I know what I need to do. But then tomorrow, you'll be completely stuck. And so if you're serious about building a personal brand for your coaching business, that's exactly what I do with my agency, Odyssey Media. We help build your ICP, nail down the exact content strategy, managing all of your topics, and help you monetize your personal brand, whether that be through clients or brand deals. If you want to book with us, just click the first link below. It will be a booking link, and I'll talk to you soon. Now, if you want to learn how to build an aesthetic brand, one that looks nice for your ICP, there should be a video somewhere here. Just click on it and I'll see you there.